guys, welcome back. We're going to be working today on making envelopes. Now this is just basic envelopes, so if you don't have an envelope punch board or something like that, or you don't have any junk mail envelopes, you can make envelopes out of any types of papers. This is just a book page from a field guide for flowers, wildflowers. This is a piece of rice paper. I don't recommend using the rice paper because it's real thin and brittle and doesn't hold up, so it's not really good for anything, and it doesn't, hold the fold very good. This is a piece of tea bag paper that I just used washi tape around, and it's actually relatively sturdy. Once the tea bag paper was added. And this has just been coffee dyed. So, tea bag paper is an option. Another field guide. Another field guide. This is two of them made from Edith Holden paper. Book page. This was from a magazine. This was from an encyclopedia of butterflies. And some of them I've sewn around, some of them I use washi tape. And this is actually tracing paper, and it's relatively sturdy too. So, it has kind of a glassine bag kind of a feel to it. This is just an old book page with some wonky sewing, on purpose done. So some of them have been stitched. More book page. Old poetry book. Old book page. Now this one's actually relatively thick book page, so it's a nice weight and nice sturdiness, so you wouldn't have to do anything extra to that. And this is a thinner book page, so you might want to, beef it up a bit on the back with the decorations or whatever. So, I'm going to show you how to make these. Like I said, they're relatively simple. So I got a couple of field guide papers here. And I'm going to flip it over so that it's upside down, starting off. And then when you flip it over, or fold it over, just however far that you want it, and then fold the flap over, they're both right side up. Okay. And then you would glue this part here, or use washi tape, either one. And I'm just using Scotch tacky glue because it's quick drying. It works just the same as like art glitter glue or like the Cosmic Shimmer glue. It's just a lot cheaper. So for a 4-ounce bottle, it only costs $4 on Amazon. But it dries in less than a minute. So it, has, pretty good, pretty good dry time, and it doesn't wrinkle the paper. So far, I've found that it hasn't wrinkled any paper or anything. And then, of course, you can always round the corners and ink around them and decorate if you want to. So there is that one. So you have another little envelope, and the same with this one. I'm going to flip it over so it's upside down. And this is actually pretty sturdy paper from the little field guide. This was a Peterson field guide, I believe. I think that's the only field guides I had were a couple of Petersons. So they weren't, big. They were just, like pocket size or whatever. I've not been able to find any of the big field guides, but that's okay. And you can also put a thumb notch in if you want to. That's optional. I think I'm going to round these. I think maybe I'll do the baby one on that one if I can line it up. Yeah. There we go. So then you have another little pocket envelope, which of course you can glue them down on three sides, and then make a pocket here and then a pocket there, or three sides here, pocket here, and pocket here, or just on the two sides and make a tuck, or you can put it in another pocket or clip it in, anything that you choose to do there. I'm just showing that, different types of paper can be used. And this is a magazine page out of an old, well, not old, like from the 80s. It was like a Victorian magazine, like for decorating, like Victorian decorating, because that seemed to be a pretty big thing, especially in the South in the 80s, was, to decorate in Victorian style, which that would be my ideal home right there, would be a Victorian home. I'm just going to attach this with some Scotch glue because it's magazine and it's relatively thin. I just got the Scotch glue. This is the same exact formula as the red lid Scotch glue, the permanent Scotch glue. The only difference is this is the UK version. This happens to be a little bit cheaper, so that's why I bought those. Or, well, they weren't bought. I didn't buy them. They were sent to me anonymously through Amazon, but there were no message or anything from the person that sent. So I don't know who it was from, but thank you, whoever sent those to me, to try them out. Which, I happen to like Scotch glues anyway. They work. They're just a little gloopy sometimes, especially in art, when it gets real humid and stuff. But right now the Pioneer glue has gone up, so it's a lot more expensive. So I still have some left, but I was getting low. It doesn't take much to go through those. I'm sorry if I was shaking you guys. But I'm just going to leave that one squared off. But you can decorate that up to, make it a little stronger. Because like I said, it's a magazine. And it's kind of a thin magazine page, so it's not super sturdy. But I've got this old book page here. And really there's no measurement. You just fold it up to where you think it would look good, and then fold the flap down so that you have enough room to put your items in. And then you glue your sides down, or washi tape, or however you want to use it. So how about this one? I'll show you the washi tape method real quick, because that is a thinner paper. The only thing it'll do is just strengthen the sides a little bit. trying to put my little lid on my glue there. Let me see. Let me grab some washi tape. I've got a drawer behind me that's full of, I've got 3 containers full of washi tape. Let's see here. Do I want something colorful? Something more on the neutrally side. Maybe something like that. Now that's some pretty sticky washi tape. So let's set that off to the side. Oops. Okay, I can always trim that off. Set it like that so I don't end up ripping it where I don't want to. Okay. Fold that over. Normally I would glue, but like I said, that's some pretty sticky washi tape. I'll trim that off in a minute. And I'll turn this to the side. Whoops. Yeah, I'll have to put glue on it now because I just ripped the paper. Okay. Flip that over. Okay. Make sure you put your fold back in. Turn that off in a minute. Then we'll put some okay. And then we can put some along the bottom here. I'm just using those Westcott. They're titanium, but they're supposed to be non-stick. So, you know, like things like tape and glue and stuff like that doesn't stick to them. Not sure who that was yelling at Larry Poo. My cousin was here to pick up Thomas. She just got off work, so. She'll be back this afternoon. Okay. And that's how you do that one. Now this one's relatively large and probably wouldn't really fit much in a journal, but you can use it to store ephemera and whatnot. And you could always put a piece of washi here to strengthen that. Or put a strip of paper or something just to make it a little more sturdy. But there is that. Okay. And you can use music paper. And now this was just from a children's music book, so it's a little newer looking, but I mean you can use the vintage stuff too. I have a ton of that also. Don't think I got that straight. Let's try that again. Okay. Now since that's not particularly straight on either side, I'm going to take my trimmer and of course you can also use the deckle edge trimmer. I've got one of those also, which I love. That just kind of makes it even here. Whoops. Let me put my lid on. Let's see if this one will come out. This one, the Cosmic, oh, what is that? It is actually working. The Cosmic Shimmer Glue. But it hadn't been wanting to work, but I guess because it's so warm, it's going to come out now. Okay. And maybe the medium sized one. Or you can use like one of the fancy corner rounders to make the fancy corners. I've got a couple of those, but I don't hardly ever think about them. But there you go. So now you've got one. You can put ephemera in it, you know, put it in a journal, and maybe put it in the back cover. You could even, you know, make it a flip out, sew it in to a page, and then you have a pocket, or you sew it this way if you'd rather have it, you know, loaded this way. And then you attach something to that side if you want to. And then this just came from an encyclopedia, so this is the last one that we'll do. But I've got a wonky edge here, and of course, it won't go through my trimmer. I don't have my big ruler out, so what I'm going to do is just do that, because I had my lid on. And it's just a little metal ruler, but it also has like a deckle edge thingy on the edge of it, and I find those a little bit harder to use because it's a really heavy ruler. You could actually hurt somebody with that. Yeah, I think we'll use this side. So, as you can tell, I didn't get that completely straight on that side. Makes the use of a ruler so much better. Oh, I was hoping to get some of the blue. Alright, well, so instead, we'll see what it looks like on this side. Okay. Okay. I'm going to trim this off a little better. On both sides, I think. Maybe we'll do that on this side to get all the white bits off. Okay. There we go. See? And then you can make them any size that you want to. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use the larger corner rounder. I can get it in the hole. Okay. And I think on this one I might put a thumb notch in. Because the envelope isn't too big. Alright, get in there. There it goes. Because the envelope isn't too big, then I'm not going to use a super huge one. Gotta retract the craft knife so there's no accidents. Okay. So I'm just going to use my 1.5 inch one. And this is from EK Tools. And this could be done, you know, before you glued up the pockets. But there we go. So you have a little thumb notch in your pockets. So that is just a few ways to make, not pockets, but envelopes. Using different papers and different methods. Now I could have sewed around them, but I can't show that on camera because I don't have a setup for that sort of thing. But that's always a possibility. Or if you don't want to sew but like the look of the sewing, you could just draw the dashes along there to give the illusion of sewing, and that would be just fine too. Nothing wrong with that. So when we come back, we will continue our ephemera series. And I've got some ideas on uses for pockets, but also for using our 12 by 12 paper sheets, because I have a ton of them and need to do something with them. So I hope you guys have had a lovely day, and I shall see you back here really soon. Bye.